Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome back to the second of our session, questions and answers. I'm your host, Amjad Muhammad. I'll be with you for the next 20 minutes or so dealing with your questions, inshallah. In order for you to pose your questions to me, then there are two options for you. One is the old school, nice and easy option, which is to pick up your phone and dial 01274 214299. That's 01274 214299, and you will get through to us here in the studio in Bradford and be able to pose your questions directly to me and receive a response after you put your phone down. If you're feeling a little bit shy, let me see, then you can email. I'm just going to check my email. And no, hold on, view all. No, we don't have any from on the Al Khair website or on the Al Khair email address. Let me just quickly go through the next two. No, oops, just put it in the wrong one. No, and no, and that's it, empty. Okay, so there are none that have come through on the email address. The email address is right there on the screen there. And that's amjad.muhammad, amjad.mohamamed at alkhair, alkhair.org. I have the phone in front of me, so literally as soon as you send that email, well, however long it takes to go in the internet, Ethernet, Wi-Fi, all the rest of it, eventually it'll make its way on my phone and I can read the question out and answer it live here so you can hear it at home. Those of you who miss the show, you will know that there is a repeat. So today's show will be repeated tomorrow. I think it's sort of around 3 o'clock-ish. Don't quote me. Check the schedule and you'll see it. It's repeated in the afternoon tomorrow. And even if you miss it on the repeat, then it's available on YouTube, on Iqra TV, Iqra TV's YouTube channel. And you'll be able to see that and watch it there. So there's many options of watching those videos, inshallah, when you get chance. So rest assured, that's not a problem for you. So email or questions. So I'm going to go back to our group chat and see what other questions there are. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In Salah with Jama'ah, if the Imam commences with Surah Fatiha in Fajr, Maghrib and Isha, I've learned that a person shouldn't recite the Thana if he joins slightly after the Takbir al-Tahrima and the Imam has begun his Qira'ah. Does the same ruling apply for the Zuhr and Asr Salah, since after Muqtadi joins the Salah he won't know whether the Imam has begun the recitation of Surah Fatiha for these two silent Salahs? Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. If he does join in the silent Salah, then he may recite Thana when he joins. And that shouldn't be a problem. Obviously, if the Imam has gone into the ruku, then he will be repeating that. Sorry, after he's come out of ruku rather, then he will be repeating that rak'ah anyway, so he can recite it there. But if he does catch it, as he doesn't know, like you correctly said, whether he is, then he can recite Thana. If Hajj is fard on a couple for this year, however, the wife is unable to go as she will be giving birth around Hajj season, can the husband delay his fard Hajj to the following year in order to take his wife as a mahram? He may not be able to take her at that time, or should he carry out his Hajj this year as Hajj is fard on him right now? With regards to this question, then it is our understanding that when Hajj becomes fard upon a person, then he should make every effort to perform Hajj immediately, obviously, in the Hajj days. Not immediately if the Hajj days haven't started. And he should do so. I can't sort of say to you that it's okay, delay it. That's a decision you can make based on your wife's situation, to think that, well, if I go this year and next year my wife is ready to go and I'm not available because I can't afford to go Hajj again next year, and she has no brothers or father or uncle or any mahram, then she'll be stuck. That's a decision you have to make, because you can also think of it the other way, that if you don't go Hajj this year and you wait till next year, and it so happens now that you don't have enough money, so Hajj became fard upon you, but now you don't have enough money to travel, or God forbid you fall ill, or something else happens, Allahu A'lam. So it is not for me to say that, yes, delay it, or yes, go ahead. That's a decision you can make. All I can say to you is that the ulama say that when Hajj becomes fard upon a person, then he should go as soon as possible, immediately in that Hajj season that's approaching, rather than delaying it, because anything can happen. But in your circumstances, obviously, you're not delaying it for a reason that is, in a sense of laziness, or, devaluing the Hajj, or not giving it due regard, but rather because of your personal circumstances, because your wife was unable to go, and, you need to travel with the next. So I think that's a decision you can make, balancing what I've just said to you, and decide accordingly, and inshallah Allah grant tawfiq and give you the right means of a decision to make. And that brings the question on the gents group to an end. We now turn to the questions on the ladies group. So let's see where we are. There's been lots of questions, not many answers. There we go. Is it true that every pomegranate has a seed from Jannah? That's an interesting question, isn't it? Is it true that every pomegranate has a seed from Jannah? I can't answer that. I don't know if it's true that every pomegranate has a seed from Jannah. I very much doubt it. I've not come across any narration. I'm not saying that I've memorized every single narration, but I cannot recall a narration which says that every pomegranate has a seed from Jannah. I think it seems somewhat far-fetched, because we don't really have anything from Jannah in this world as such. I appreciate we have rivers that are in Jannah, that are also in the world, but I've not known of any fruit that is in Jannah and is also in the world. So until you can provide some kind of scriptural evidence, I would say I don't think it is true. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mufti Saab, next to my house there's a non-occupied land taken by the bank. There's a tree that somehow comes in my yard and on the road as well. It bears fruits every year. All the fruits get fallen away. One of my neighbors told me that we can take the fruits from the tree. I would like to know if that is permissible to eat from this, as many fruits are wasted. Also, not my question, but want to say, Alhamdulillah, very well explained. Jazakallah khair. That's another. So there's a tree that somehow comes in my yard and on the road as well. It bears fruits every year. All the fruits get fallen away. One of my neighbors told me that we can take the fruits from the tree. I would like to know if that's permissible to eat from them or not, as many fruit are wasted. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Before you take any fruits from the tree, you would need to ask the permission from the owner of the tree. And as you said, the bank owns the land or something, it's taken the land, then you would need to ask the bank. Go to them, write to them, whatever, and say to them that you have a tree in your piece of land, and some of the tree leans over into your garden. Do you have any problems with the fruit on the tree branches which are in my land? Can I eat from them? Or even the fruit which falls from the tree in your land? And if they say, no, we don't give you permission, then they don't give you permission. And if it's wasted, that's their choice. It's their mal, it's their product. They can waste it if they want to waste it. They own it. I doubt they're going to say that. They'll probably say to you, yeah, you can take it. I doubt they may ask you for some money, but I'm pretty sure they won't. So, you can ask, you need to ask permission. Before anything that is taken that belongs to anybody else, permission has to be sought. It does not matter if that thing is going to waste, because they may want it to go to waste, and that's their choice. Although not my question, but want to say, Alhamdulillah, very well explained, Jazakallah khairan. How do I save a future reference, please? Question is directed to Mufti Saab per se. Well, any question that's answered on this group, you will see that the APA will also add some keywords, so those keywords can then be searched afterwards. So that's the easiest way. So inshallah, you will see as she adds keywords to answers. Next question. If I pray, for example, 4 rakats, and once I've finished, I'm not sure how many rakats I prayed, do I need to pray it again? If a person prays 4 rakats, and then when they're finished, they're not sure, then they will go by what they are sure about. So if you were aiming to pray 4, then either you've prayed 3 or you've prayed 5. It's very rare that you've prayed 2. Okay, or you've prayed 4, obviously. It's very rare that you've prayed 2 and you think you've prayed 4. So if you're not sure whether you've prayed 3 or 4, then go by 3 and stand and perform a 4th one and do sajda sahwa. If you think you've either prayed 4 or 5, okay, then obviously you've already prayed 4, then you will just finish your salah. If you think you've prayed 5, then you would add another one to make it 6. So you don't need to repeat the salah, you just need to think of what you are certain about and carry on from there and perform sajda sahwi if required. So brothers and sisters, we are now approaching the last few minutes of the second session, and I just remind you again of the number 01274 214283. Please do give it a call. Sorry, did you say something, Adil? Right. So please do give it a call, 01274 214283, because once these few minutes are gone, then you've only got tomorrow before we take a break for the week. So if you have a question, a burning question, then please do give us a call right now. Whilst we wait for that, I will carry on answering the remaining questions. Salam Ustaji, my friend uses an inhaler that contains 9 milligrams of ethanol. Is this halal? Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, dear student. Really, anything which contains alcohol should be avoided. Okay. If, however, it is for medicinal purposes and there is no alternative, that there is no inhaler that uses no ethanol, then in those circumstances, and she needs that because she is in a state of despair and potentially risking her life, if she does not take that inhaler, then there is some permissibility. However, she needs to first explore whether there is an alternative available for her. Any more on here? Yes, there is another one. Assalamu alaikum. If a woman is in Safar and needs to check out of the hotel and go to the airport to catch a flight, but has finished Hayd and is in need of ghusl, is she allowed to perform tayammum or wudu and pray, or does she make salah qada under these circumstances, even though water is available in a sink, but very difficult to pour water over her head due to many reasons? Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. She may get up, a possibility on the, in the hotel, either that or, an area where there's a possibility she could ask while she's at the airport. She should try to inquire so that she can at least, fulfill ghusl, the main parts of it, because she will need to perform ghusl. She cannot perform tayammum or wudu when there are, water is available, significant quantities of water. If even after all that she cannot get access to it, then obviously in those circumstances she will have to make qada. She cannot do tayammum or even wudu when there is sufficient water for her to make ghusl from. So that, there's 2-3 questions left, a couple of minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave those few questions, inshallah, for tomorrow. So at least we've got some questions for tomorrow, and hopefully we may get some calls tomorrow. Otherwise, we will definitely be digging into our bag of questions, which I'm now giving the heads up to my esteemed colleague Adil to prepare for. Just a reminder that on the 15th of January, which is not this Sunday, but the Sunday after, 15th of January, not this Sunday, but the Sunday after, at 1:30 p.m. in London at the ExCeL Stadium, is it? What is it? ExCeL, I know what. ExCeL Arena, that's the word. At the ExCeL Arena in London, I'm not sure exactly which part of London it is. From 1:30 p.m. till 6:30 p.m. there is the 20th, or the start of Docklands, that's it. There is the start of the 20th anniversary celebrations. As for some of us who know, who've been part of the Al Khair journey, it was 2003 when Al Khair was founded with the schools, if I'm not mistaken, and has developed on since then. So you can buy the tickets online, that is at alkhair.org online. So if you go there, you can book your tickets and then make your way down to London at the ExCeL Arena. The event itself is free, so you just need to sort out your travel there. And if you're deciding to make a holiday of it, you could spend the evening in the hotel somewhere. So 20th anniversary starting off on the 15th of January. Tickets available, alkhair.org, ExCeL Arena, 1:30 p.m. till 6:30 p.m. Lots of details on the website, and I'm sure you're watching the little clips which are being shown around our programs. Till tomorrow, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.